Hi, everybody. My name is Sally Davis, and I am from, I guess, Upper Dorchester, New Brunswick now. I'm here to answer a question that is commonly asked, and it's really important that I address this question. This very common question is, why is it that I can't give the answer of I'm treating everybody equally as an appropriate answer when I am being, faced with the accusation that there's the possibility that I'm being racist? So, what I'm referring to specifically is I've had a couple of people in the past week, a few people, come up to me and say that I'm actually inciting division and that I'm the reason why people aren't being treated equally and that I'm asking for special treatment and so on and so forth. And they say, no, Sally, I'm not racist. I treat everybody equally the same. I don't care what they look like. That way of thinking is a complete failure because it fails to take into account the fact that people are not coming from equal opportunity. And that is why you cannot treat everybody equally, because they're coming from a background where they're already set up to have little, less, or no chance at all compared to their white counterparts. The reason why it drives me crazy when somebody tells me, well, I'm going to keep doing what I do, I'm going to keep treating everybody equally. Equality doesn't exist. And we cannot build equality without the building blocks of foundation being constructed primarily by equity and the goal to achieve equity. What that means is we have to first create the platform for equal opportunity before we start treating the players with equality. Because if we're all on the same race, okay, many people in this race have a much shorter distance to run and have a much easier trail to run. Whereas you have other people with double the distance to run and hurdles and booby traps along the way. And if there are hurdles and booby traps along the way, then treating the person in the back with equality, treating them equally as the person who is already ahead of them simply by sheer genetic luck. And I mean genetic as in the way their face is shaped, the color of their skin, the color and texture of their hair, the color of their eyes and the shape, whether or not they're in a wheelchair, whether or not they have a disability. You can't put two people on the same path with different conditions and different starting points and say, well, no, I'm treating them equally, so I'm not doing anything wrong. I guess you're right, you're not doing anything wrong. But you know what you're also not doing? You're sure as hell not doing anything right. You see, if we continue to allow the systems that segregate us and isolate us and separate us and alienate us to continue to operate the way that they are, by pretending like these problems don't exist, these problems don't go away. And even worse is we allow a larger platform, a larger opportunity for oppressors to come in, take over, ruin a life. And then we can say, well, no, like I didn't contribute to the harm. Somebody else contributed to the harm. I treat everybody equally. Yeah, you did. You witnessed something wrong and you did nothing about it. That is what treating everybody equally means, is that you see somebody at a disadvantage and you proceed to do nothing to bring them up to your level. So if one more white Karen or Mark tell me, I treat everybody equally, I'm not racist, you're contributing to racism indirectly. Therefore, that makes you racist. And then when you victim shame a POC who tells you that there is something wrong with the system, you are in fact racist. Just like if a woman was to come and say, I was raped, you have no right to say, well, I wasn't in the room, and when you were in the room with me, I treated you equally as everybody else. And if you do nothing to help that woman, then you're a misogynist. You are part of the patriarchal problem. And it's the same thing when it is race-based violence, oppression, and dare I say, negligence. Because that's what it is. If you see a child on the road to danger, and I'm not comparing POC to children, but their rights and their ability to be heard is equivalent to that of a child. So if you see a child running towards danger, would you let that child fall or would you intervene? And I don't care how you intervene. I don't care if you choose to intervene by being a supportive shoulder for them to rest on, or if you listen to their problem and help them find the resources to help them solve the problem. But helping them from a back door or not helping them at all and not going out of your way and not making it clear on whose team you are makes you, in fact, a large part of the problem. So, I don't want you to treat people equally. I want you to treat people with equity, with respect, with support, with acknowledgement, with love. Go above and beyond the call of basic duty of just existence and go to the point of being a leader, and dare I even say a friend. Friends don't stay in the background. Friends are right there with you, by your side, supporting you. And only then, once things are equitable, only then can it be acceptable to treat people equally. And the equality should only be in how we customize lovingly the way we treat each other. That is the only point of equality that should exist. Because anything else enables a system of oppression, of slavery, of hatred, and of human trafficking. If you tuned into this video, thank you. I really appreciate it. We, as people of color who are in this movement, really appreciate it. We need strong allies. We can't do this by ourselves. And if we don't have each other, then we've got nothing at all. And I promise you, we are not here trying to have superiority. We are here trying to build a world where we can be free to live and love and laugh and cry together on equitable foundation blocks, where we can each feel that our value is equal to the person behind, in front, or beside us. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for tuning into my message. Be kind to each other, support one another, stand up for each other.